Are you thinking about moving to Las Vegas? Have you been told you're moving to Las Vegas? Well, here are the 7 top reasons why moving to Las Vegas is a great idea. Hey, welcome back to my channel. And if you love the content that you're receiving here, I post new content every single week. So subscribe, like, and leave a comment because I love your comments. And let's get down to it. Let's talk about the 7 great reasons to move to Las Vegas, or if you've been told to move to Las Vegas, why you're going to love living here. Number 1, the weather. Okay, I'm not going to lie. The weather gets hot. It's 108 degrees right now. Wait a minute. Let's see. Hold up. Alexa, what's the current weather in Las Vegas?
Currently, in Las Vegas, it's 98 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies.
Okay.
Today, you can expect lots of sun with a high of 102 degrees and a low of 77 degrees.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon.
Okay, Alexa's talked just a little too much. Have you noticed Alexa keeps talking more and
I think
more?
you want to hear the song just a little too much?
Alexa, stop. The weather does get hot in the summer, yet that is just for a few months out of the year. The rest of the year is either absolutely perfect or very mild winters, which can be absolutely perfect. And even in the winters, did you know there is still skiing in Las Vegas? That's right. Up on Mount Charleston, they have winter. So when wintertime comes, you can actually go to the ski lodge and the ski slopes, and you can ski and snowboard and frolic in the snow and build magical snowmen and let them come to life. Because you can do these things in Las Vegas. It's a magical city. Number 2 of the reasons to move to Las Vegas, or you're going to love living here in Las Vegas. We have no income tax. No tax? Aww. Guess what? Those of you who are moving from other states, especially California, I'm talking to you. There's no income tax here. And even the sales taxes, guess what? They're not that high. And guess what more? They don't tax food here, nor do they tax several other things like medication. So, no income tax, fairly low sales tax, and even with that, they don't tax food, medication, and several other things. So you end up in a situation where you are taxed less. Less taxes, more in your pocket, and the salary is equivalent to most other places. This isn't like you're moving from some states where you have, low salaries or something. The salaries here are equivalent. So that is more money in your pocket. Reason number 3 that you're going to love living in Las Vegas. The restaurants. If you're a foodie, come on. Every chef that has a restaurant in New York, LA, and Las Vegas. No matter what you want to eat, you can eat it here. And you know what? It's usually 24/7. This is a 24/7 city. I've met people who've moved here from other places like, things shut down at 10 p.m. I just met someone who just moved here from Europe, and it's like, one of the things I miss is things close a few hours early. Things close at like 8 there. I'm like, you're about to be in for a surprise. Things don't close here. It's 24/7. It's like everyone's on espresso. So that can be, kind of nerve-wracking for some. Yet, guess what? If you want to have world-class dining, you can have it here. It doesn't matter who the world-class chef is. If you're going to the Food Network and there's a chef and they have restaurants all over the world, they have them here. The only person we don't have here is old Salt Bay. Or maybe we do. I don't know. That's like 5 billion restaurants. And then, you have all these world-class buffets. The only thing we don't have here is, like the good old days when Vegas had all those all-you-can-eat buffets for like $2.99. We don't have those anymore. The buffets, I'm not going to lie, there's some that are like $99 and more. So, it's expensive, but you're getting world-class food. So if you're a foodie, Vegas is number one. Reason number 4 to love Las Vegas, the outdoor life. Remember I mentioned things about winter? You can ski here. There is hiking. You are within just a couple of hours drive of everything for outdoor life, whether it's boating, whether it is mountain climbing, whatever you want to do, we have it. We have the Lake Mead recreational area. We have the Red Rock Canyons. We have Zion. It's here.
Wow!
I just discovered that the bird watching community here. I didn't even know there were birds here. Listen, I didn't know there were birds here. I got someone moving in. They're big into bird watching. I just go and research bird watching areas, and I didn't realize there were so many people into watching birds in Las Vegas. There's an entire community into watching birds. I didn't know that. Every time I turn around, there's something new to learn. So there's so much to do here. It's unbelievable. You're never going to be bored for the entire time you're here. 24/7. No wonder it's a 24/7 city. You're always going to have something to do. So you will never be bored in Las Vegas as long as you still have your money. And you know what? There's still plenty of free stuff to do, believe it or not. So you're always going to be entertained when you're in Las Vegas. Reason number 5. This one's exciting, but it's kind of scary. There are no real natural disasters here. Wait a minute, I never thought about this. I grew up in the South, and we had tornadoes there.
Oh, no!
Out in California, they've got earthquakes. Then you got, on the East Coast, you got hurricanes. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes. Out in Hawaii, when I was living there, we had tsunamis. I don't remember hearing about any of those things here. The worst I heard about somebody getting is heat stroke. So, you don't have any natural disasters in Las Vegas. Wow. A 24-hour city where you get to enjoy everything you want to enjoy. Plenty of things are free. You got nature, and there are no natural disasters. Seems like heaven on earth almost. Las Vegas is a heck of a place to be. So always remember, when you want to come someplace, come to Vegas. Reason number 6 to love living in Vegas. If you love this reason, your family will finally come to visit. We all love family. Now they have an excuse to come. When you lived in Des Moines, Iowa, they didn't go out of their way to visit. I'm going to tell you something. There are places that you go and people say they're going to come and visit. They don't come to visit. I've lived places and you always have relatives saying they're going to come to visit. They don't come to visit. When I moved to Las Vegas, people came to visit. I mean, people came to visit. I mean, all the relatives sent their kids to my house every summer to come to visit. Aww. So, you're finally going to get those visitors, whether you like them or not. Yeah. So, I'm all joking aside, folks. This is a place where people are going to come to visit you because they get to enjoy the world's greatest entertainment and always having something to do. And of course, if they're like some folks, they're going to sit there and go, now entertain me, show me your great city, and open your wallet. Your wallet. We'll see if that happens to you. And finally, reason number 7 that living in Las Vegas is great. It's affordable. The prices aren't too high. Don't you love living someplace where you can buy a house? Afford to raise your family? I mean, I have friends all over the country, and I've seen places with lower housing prices. guess what? You don't have the same quality of living. So the prices of houses are lower, but what do you get to do? So you got places where you have the same quality of living, but look at the prices of houses. Go to California, a $500,000 price tag buys you a condo, 2 small bedrooms. Here it buys you a very big house in a gated neighborhood with a pool and a spa. Let's see, what do you get for $300,000 in Orange County? Nothing. Here, that buys you a nice house, maybe 4 bedrooms. If you're lucky, according to what side of town, a pool. And get to a nice house in many parts of town without a pool. That's called affordable. Being able to build equity by having yourself a home. And that's something that Las Vegas still affords you today on a normal salary. You don't have to go and spend, half your salary, put 2 and 3 generations in a home in order to have that home. You can afford it on your salary here in Las Vegas at this point. So that's one of the things to do. That's really nice, is being able to afford that and to afford simple things. Let me tell you a story that's real interesting. When we moved here from Hawaii, and it was one of our first day or two, we went into a local grocery store. I was in Albertsons, and we were looking around, and we were looking at stuff, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is just the cheapest stuff we've seen, because we'd been out in Hawaii for 4 years. And we commented to the worker there at the grocery store. This girl's like, oh my goodness, these are the cheapest prices we've seen. And the guy goes, you don't have to rub it in, sir. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know we have the highest prices in town. You don't have to rub it in. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. These are the cheapest prices I've ever seen, because I was so used to much, much higher prices. The prices here are absolute away from the strip. Absolutely ridiculously low compared to California and some other parts of the country. So for the lifestyle that you get to live, there's nothing like Las Vegas. I hope these tips have been good for you. And again, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe, help a brother out. Thanks a lot, y'all.